Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our 12th episode of Balletistan Wednesday Talk. This is s1e12 from Balletistan. It's my greatest pleasure to welcome leading soloist of Hungarian State Opera House, Mrs. Diana Kosyreva. Welcome, Diana.
Hello, Sinan. Hello, everyone. So
Uh,
nice to be here. Thank you so much.
we are very excited to get to know you through some important episodes from your career. So let's start with the first question. Let's go to the very beginning of your career. So how did you start dancing?
Also, I think this story started before I was born, I think, because my mom started that. She was a ballet dancer. So, I have no choice. All my childhood I spent in the ballet theater. And I think it is my most colorful memories, the best memories from my childhood. This time behind the stage, mom was working in the Kremlin Ballet Company. So she brought me sometimes with her. And I remember a lot of different things, like a smell in these makeup rooms, this atmosphere behind the stage. So that was every time it was like a big event for me when I came there. And but I was not alone there. There was a group of ballet children, our band. So yeah, we were playing behind the stage and walking around the Kremlin Palace. And sometimes we were lucky because we had a chance to take a part in performances sometimes. That was, I remember, Don Quixote and Napoleon Ballet. The first one, Don Quixote, it was a first act, this scene with a Spanish square. And I had this big rose in my hair. And we had even some special reason to be on stage, like put something somewhere or bring something on stage. So I felt like I'm already in this full action, everybody in costumes, and this huge stage of Kremlin Palace. You can imagine, yeah. I was 4 or 5 years old then. And the second one, it's Napoleon Ballet. It's a historical production about Napoleon Bonaparte's life. And I like it so much because of the costumes. I loved mom's costume mostly because of the gloves. She looks so beautiful. And I also had a beautiful blue dress and this, long curly hair, artificial. And I felt like a real princess. So we're appearing in one scene like Napoleon's children. That was the, I don't know, greatest impression. So of course, that was the way of my life. I decided then that, of course, the ballet. What else?
Would you say that your love was organic or you were kind of motivated by your mother?
No, I wasn't motivated by her. It was like inside. Yeah, absolutely. I just loved it.
And then you studied at the Moscow Ballet School. Can you tell us about your training? Who were your teachers?
So it's not easy story actually, because my dream was in childhood already to be a ballerina of the Bolshoi Ballet, of course. So for this, uh, I must be studying in Bolshoi Ballet Academy. But I was now not accepted. That was the first fail in my career. So they said like I was too small. I don't know, but yeah, for me it was a tragedy because I thought like my dream was crashed from the beginning. But I think my mom was happy at that moment because she didn't want me to dance professionally because she knew how difficult it is. It's hard work all your life. But I was crying. I remember this moment. I was crying. Yeah, it was a drama, really. And then she brought me to the private ballet college in Moscow when I was studying 3 years. And then we decided to try again to Bolshoi Ballet Academy. And they said no again. This time I was fat or something like that. So epic fail number 2. And then I went to this ballet school, Gzhel. At that moment, it wasn't like a state college. It was kind of just evening ballet school for children and teenagers without some professional diploma or something like that. And 2 years I was studying just after school. In the evening, I went there and doing some ballet, just like, you know. And after 2 years, they had this permission to be like a status as a state ballet college with diploma, with everything, with all stuff. And I was second graduation in this school. So when we finished the college, nobody in Moscow, nobody knows what is this, what the school, what the diploma, where I'm from. And when we were trying to find a company for working, it was a big problem. What we didn't expect at all. That everyone asked, what is this? What is school? And yeah, it was a problem. But despite all this problem, I think I'm very grateful, first of all, to my teacher. It's Natalia Kuzmina. She was a dancer in Bolshoi Ballet, and she was a teacher in the Bolshoi Ballet Academy during 20 years. Yeah, that's a funny. That's funny photo. It's our class. Yeah, I just love it because it looks funny. We were looking for some photos when we were doing together. Yeah, so that was good years actually. And the most important thing I think it's that I had a lot of stage and dancing experience there. It was like doesn't matter, how good it was. Was it perfect or not? But all of us had this opportunity to be on stage, to dance. I think it's really important for the students of ballet academy, because when you come to the theater, you have to prepare yourself to be on stage, not to doing just exercises, but to be like a artist really. And I had this opportunity, and I'm very grateful for that. My school, Gel Ballet College. Thank you so much. That was great choice, I think.
I think in most of the interviews, people tend to explain only like good stories, and like I appreciate that you also mentioned about some failure, and I think that's important for you, like to become a stronger person. I believe
Yeah,
like a ballerina has to be strong, a character, and I think like that prepared you for that career. And can we talk about the ballet competitions that you participated when you were a student?
Yeah, of course. It became me even stronger, I think, because my last competition, when I won the gold prize, the first prize, golden medal, it was the last one in my career. But before, I have a lot of unsuccessful experience, and I think it's also good for me because it made me stronger, as you said. Really, it was Perm, Moscow, Varna, 3 times. It was like fail, fail, fail. Something went wrong every time, you know. I got injury or something else. Oh yeah, and this video happened, yeah. It's my second Moscow competition when I got finally bronze medal. Few years later, but it was a story again because everything went good, really good, before the third round. And this is the third round. And can you imagine? Tomorrow we had the third round of competition. So nervous. I'm so nervous. So important day. And my partner got an injury
Oh,
the day before. And I have no partner. And the third round, it's on the historical stage with orchestra, with a full audience in this, you know, golden area. I thought I will die because I didn't know what to do. I had no partner, so my chance, yeah. And this guy, it's Nikita Sukharukov from Ukraine. He was a participant of competition as well. Yeah.
we know him. Like we hosted him for our gala in Istanbul last year.
Oh, really?
Yes,
I didn't
of course.
see him. I didn't see him since the competition, but he helped me then so much. He agreed to help. Yeah, we had just 15 minutes rehearsal, just one, before the show. It was so scary. You cannot imagine. Yeah, and we both got the bronze medal then. So that was stressful again, but successful finally. Yeah, and the last one competition was in Siberia, and when I got a golden medal finally, and then I stopped. I don't want to anymore this experience. That's enough. I think it was important, but not anymore.
And you started your professional career at the Moscow Classical Ballet. What roles did you dance there? Can you describe your experience in your first job?
Yeah, that was my first job, my first company, my first home. I can say, because in this place, I think I was born like a ballerina, really, because all my leading roles in classical repertoire I prepared there. And my tutor, was a great ballerina, Nadezhda Pavlova. We were working together during approximately 5 years and prepared together all my leading roles in the company. So it started. Oh, yeah, that is. Yeah, love this photo. Yeah, it was a good time together. So my career started from the Nutcracker. I remember it very clearly. It was my first season in the theater. It's a Swan Lake. Yeah, it will be after. Yeah, I danced almost everything in this company. All leading roles fulfill my resume. But yeah, Nutcracker was the first, and that was interesting story, funny a little bit. So you can imagine I'm young. I'm just came to the theater, and the one experienced ballerina, prima ballerina, she was. Uh, she came to me. She saw that I was working in studio, like with myself, preparing something. And she came and said, like, darling, I have a Nutcracker performance next week, but I'm not gonna dance. Replace me next week. So wow, it's not a joke, but I understood, yeah, what's going on, and but I thought, why not? Maybe it's my chance. And Kasatkina, it's a classical ballet by Kasatkina, Manhali Kasatkina and Vladimir Vasilev. So the director of ballet, Natalia Kasatkina, she loved it. And that was a kind of experiment with me. And she said, like, let's try. Let's see what you can. If you can do it, maybe you can do something else, something more. Next week, I was dancing the first leading role in my life. It was Nutcracker. I was absolutely happy. I remember it well. This feeling like nothing, really real happiness. And after that, she started to do these experiments with me every time, like, okay, Sleeping Beauty, 3 days. I said, okay, I can. Spartacus, 2 days, okay, etc. Like a crazy gala when I was dancing 5 pas de deux or something. That was a great experiment with me, but I did it. I don't know how, but just maybe I felt that it's a chance. It's a chance to, because for dancer, each role it's a small dream, like it's a small step up, 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 and my feeling was like I cannot lose it. I have to use my each chance and growing, 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 and make my wish come true. So it was weird, crazy, I don't know, stressful, improvisation on stage, something. But I did it anyway, and that was the way how I became for my like a ballerina. So yeah, that's a photo. It's exactly about Sleeping Beauty. When I got this offer from director, could you prepare it during 3 days? I said yes. And yeah.
You told us that like you dance all the classical roles, right? And can you tell us your like evolution as an artist? Like if you dance like Odette and Odile, like let's say 100 times, like what changes and how do you motivate to dance the same role over and over again? That's my question number one. And question number two, how does your character like evolve?
So what about Swan Lake exactly? I think I was dancing this about more than 200 times, honestly. This the most popular ballet in the world. And I got an invitation, a lot of invitation with this ballet, with this role. And it's, for me, even the classical ballet, every time is different feeling. And I remember what I was doing on stage when I was Adeta Nadil, I don't know, 5 years ago, and now it's different. So, but movement basic is the same, but the feeling of character, the feeling of stage, I don't know, it's absolutely different now. So I think it's, for me now, it's a favorite role, I think. First time when I got it, Swan Lake, this dance Swan Lake, I said, what? For me? I'm not able to dance it at all. I can't. But now, if you tell me in 3 hours a.m., please dance Odetta Deal, I said, no problem. It's fine. Where am I? I can do it wherever, whatever going on, doesn't matter. But my feeling every time is different. It depends on the partner, on the stage, on the audience as well. So, for example, in China, it's Swan Lake because of the audience. It's different. In Russia, it's the second version because of the audience as well. So it's. But for me, it's the most difficult ballet, I think, for girl, because it shows ballerina in everything, like slow movement, like temperament, like what's inside, how strong is your technique. So like everything could be perfect.
Yeah. I think like there is a reason that these ballet are called classics. Like as a ballet like audience, I don't get tired of watching Swan Lake, even like from the same artist. So because I get like different feeling all the time, and I think it's interesting to see that it's also true for the artists as well.
Yeah, and for me, it was one time. It was like weird, when impresario called me and said, "Can you come and dance?" I asked, "What? Swan Lake again? Why Swan Lake? Just explain me. Why Swan Lake every time? Swan Lake." And they said because people loved it and
Right.
loved it and love it and will love it anytime because it's classic. That's why it's classic.
Exactly.
It's like
And I think, especially in that company, you became a classical ballet machine.
kind
Right.
of.
So, as a little ballerina, you dreamed about Bolshoi theater,
Yeah.
and I think your dream like came true. Like
Yeah.
at some point, you got an offer from Bolshoi, and you danced there for how long?
For 5 years.
So, like, can you tell us about that time with the Bolshoi, your teachers, your partners, your roles?
Yeah. Actually, it was not exactly like offer from Bolshoi. It was my desire, and it was not so easy to come there because uh, many years it was like the close system. If you want to dance in the Bolshoi, you have to study in the Bolshoi Ballet Academy. So if you're not in, it's quite difficult to be in the Bolshoi theater. But one day, the artistic director, Sergei Filin, decided to organize this open audition for like everyone who wants to try himself. And I came, of course. And that was a fail again. First time, yeah, I failed it. But I came again 1 year later, and then I finally got my contract with the Bolshoi Ballet company. So it's a bit sad, you know, a bit sad memories, but at the same time, it's something happy because it was my dream and I got it one day finally. Yeah, it's like a, you know, small life inside my life. It's a very special period. Yeah, I got some solo in classical ballet. This is a Swan Lake Neapolitan Bride. Loved it. Yeah. I loved especially to perform on the historical stage, like everybody, I think, because it's this feeling. It's amazing. It's something amazing. Yeah, it's Piers en Paix de Deux, Giselle, one of the most popular role in my repertoire. Yeah. So I had as well some leading roles in new classical ballet. And all my roles I prepared with Marina Kondratieva. She was my tutor in the Bolshoi theater, and I love her so much, respect her so much, because it's a it's a very special person. She's full of inner, you know, culture and intelligent and everything. She gave me a lot. Yeah, we were practice a lot of different variation together, and all my classical repertoire I prepared with her in the Bolshoi. Oh yeah, I had a short hair then. Not like that. It was a TV show on the Culture Russian channel. So yeah, that was a period of a lot of new roles was there. And especially interesting for me was neoclassical repertoire, actually. And my big premiere in the Bolshoi before I left, it was The Flame of Paris. The Flame of Paris by Alexei Ratmansky. Yes. I was, you know, crazy about this ballet many years. I wanted to dance it since, I don't know, since I first time saw that. And finally, yeah, my dream comes true again. And I did it just once, you know. That's a weird thing. Just once, yeah, we danced with Vladislav Lantratov, my first show, yeah. Good memories. So yeah, just once, and then I left. Then I moved to the Hungary after that.
That was my next question. Like Bolshoi is a dream of many dancers, and then you left Bolshoi. Like you came to your current company, Hungarian National Opera House. So I think that's maybe the most important question. Like, how did you make up your mind of moving away from Bolshoi to Hungary?
That was not easy decision, of course, but I started to think about my career in Bolshoi when I started to get more and more invitation. Oh yeah, that's a beautiful city, Budapest. And when I got a contract, I didn't expect how beautiful it is because I have never been before in this city. And I was so surprised that it's like, like a fairy tale. The architecture, these castles, the Duna River, the ships, everything, the nature around. So mountains, it's absolutely amazing city. I think it's the most one of the most beautiful in the world. I can say even. So yeah, I was not going to go to Budapest. Firstly, the idea was when I started to get more and more invitation, like a guest, like a guest dancer. People called me and asked me to dance new shows, new productions, new performances. I was dancing around many Russian, area in different theaters in our country and abroad. And I was dancing Bayader and Esmeralda, Swan Lake, Sleeping Beauty, like everything. Had a lot of gala, a lot of everything, but not in the theater. I understood that people want to see me on the stage, and I can dance more and more and more and more. And I have power, I have shape, and I want to be on stage every day, all the time. But the Bolshoi. It's huge company, and everyone have to be on stage, has to be on stage, and sometimes you're just waiting. You're just waiting your role in 2 months. It could be a year. It's just your waiting time to be on stage in your favorite role. And then I understood that I'm just losing my time or not. It was a inner conflict because one side told me like, come on, it was your dream to be in Bolshoi. Stay here. It's your love. It's your place. You want it so much. But the other side told me like, why are you sitting and waiting under the bar when you can dance? Because the time is going, and this our ballet period is so short. It's so short, and the ballet dancer must be on stage. Must be on stage as much as he could be there. So, and that side won because I wanted to dance more and more, while I can do it. So, but that was the main point of my decision. Yeah, and I got this invitation from Budapest, and immediately I said yes, immediately, and I went, and I was surprised a bit some things, the Hungarian audience and everything. It's so different, and now I love it. I love it already so much. But of course, first time it was not easy at all. It was really difficult, really complicated, like everything. I was waiting my visa, Hungarian visa. Oh yeah, that's the video with a nutcracker. That's a difficult choreography, really, really difficult. But the audience so warm here, and it was a surprise for me that they love ballet. Really, they really love it, and they always warm applause and everything. Like, and you feel so positive every time. So that's really cool. That's really inspired.
Right.
So
As
yeah,
Uh, that was my next question. As we see from the video, audience is very passionate, right? You dance, of course, in your home country, Russia, and different countries as guest artists. So,
yeah.
can you compare like different audience that you met in your career in terms of the culture?
Oh yeah, of course. It's different everywhere, you know. Especially for me, the first surprise in my life was the Chinese audience. I was in China, I think about 7 times, 7 or 8 times, I think. And the first time when I was there, it was something really weird for me. I remember it like you know, like now. I will never forget it. It was a Swan Lake, and a few years ago, the Chinese audience didn't understand anything except ballerina's fouette and small swans dance for swans. And I didn't know. I didn't know what to expect there, and I did everything with my full, you know, energy, with my full emotions, like usually. And I know the audience reaction approximately plus minus. Okay, if you better or worse today, a bit, but there I'm dancing, dancing, dancing in silence, second act, third act, fourth act, and silence. Just people didn't react. And I was like, gosh, what's going on? I was crying. First time, my first Swan Lake, I was crying in China because I didn't know. I didn't know. It was a culture. Yeah, they didn't clap, just the flute, just the first ones, and maybe in the end, and that's it. But now it's absolutely different audience, I have to say, because last time I was in China 1 year ago, it was summer. It's absolutely different. It's absolutely different country. It's absolutely different China. It's absolutely different audience. And now they know ballet well. They know everything. And we performed Don Quixote. Even Don Quixote. It's absolutely new production for the China. Never was before. And when impresario wrote me, like, we're planning the tour with Don Quixote in China. I said, what? Don Quixote was was never in China. In China, it's always Swan Lake. They know Swan Lake and Swan Lake and Swan Lake and maybe some gala concerts. But here it was Don Quixote, and we didn't know how it will be going. But we were surprised because they understood everything. Everything. They reacted on everything. So they changed their mind. They changed everything during, I don't know, this maybe 7 years. It's something absolutely new. It was so big pleasure to understand that people changing, and yeah, they love ballet. All the world love ballet already.
Of course. And coming back to Budapest, when I check the repertoire, I see some interesting contemporary pieces in Budapest. Like, can you talk about the like repertoire in Hungarian State Opera House?
Yeah, actually, Hungarian State Opera House has a very interesting repertoire, a very big repertoire. It started from classical ballet like Swan Lake, and it goes to the contemporary production like I don't know, Forsyth, it's Ekman, it's McGregor. It's a lot of different pieces. So actually, it was my choice to go to Budapest because of repertoire, firstly, because I think each dancer should be able to dance not classical ballet only, but like everything, little by little. Like for me, it has to be like, oh yeah, this is one of my favorite roles now. But like all my favorite roles, I danced it just once. No, it was two performances, one by one, day after day. But just one season we had a production. It's Brother Karamazov's. Amazing. It's a choreography by Boris Eifman. And I could never think that I can dance Boris Eifman choreography, because you know that Eifman's company, it's everyone really tall, beautiful women and men, but I'm like a really small, and I could never ever dream about that. But when it happened, it was like I felt like it's so mine. It's so mine. I can feel it. It's so special, and it's absolutely amazing production. A lot of my friends came actually at this performance from Moscow, even from London. They came to Budapest to see this, and everyone said that it's really good production. It's so touchful. It's so something special. Yeah, and I'm very proud that my company, when I'm working now, had a repertoire like that, when we can have in classical ballet and Eifman's choreography and Balanchine and Forsyth and wherever. So it's an amazing experience, and I think for dancer, it's important dance not classical ballet only. We have to dance different choreography. It makes your brain more flexible. It makes your body more flexible. When you started to dance some modern pieces, neoclassical pieces, some altered choreography, you start to feel your body absolutely like a new body, you know. And when you dance in classical ballet, it's already different. You can use some improvisation, you can use some breathing, you can use all your experience from modern choreography in your classical pieces, and it makes you absolutely like a different dancer, like a new dancer. So I think it's really important.
So what piece is this?
This is Irje Kilian piece, Irje Kilian production. It's Forgotten Land. It's a video from the Bolshoi Ballet.
Ah,
By the way, yeah. It's, for me, I remember this is a red pair. It's most difficult pair in this ballet. It was so hard. I remember so hard. I loved it. I still love it so much. But I was going to. I don't know what. It's one of the most difficult pieces. Kilian Forsyth. It's killing, really, really killing choreography. But it's one of
uh,
the main points, I
so
think.
among all the roles that you dance, can I ask which one was your favorite? You are the best maybe in Swan Lake, like you are the machine. Like anything else that
I'm a Swan Lake machine. I'm a Swan Lake machine, but I cannot say that it's exactly my favorite role. No,
Mhm.
it's not, because I don't know why, but it's not. it's it's difficult to say now which one is the favorite. It's my favorite because I was dancing Romeo and Juliet and Sleeping Beauty and Giselle. Giselle, yes, I love Giselle so much. For example, and I also love, I don't know, and Sleeping Beauty as well. And I also love uh, Flame of Paris and Laurencia or Don Quixote. I love them all already because I danced a lot. Like, I felt like, I feel like I, I did everything already, almost everything, all the classical repertoire and some modern pieces as well. I'm just enjoying now every time all my roles. It's just enjoyable. This is Laurencia. Yeah, it's in Hungarian National Ballet. That was my last performance before the quarantine. And also interesting thing that I was dreaming to dance Laurencia many years, and finally I got it. And still just one time, still just one performance, and then quarantine. And I thought, what's going on? What's it happens to me every time when I want to do something really, when I'm dreaming about something, I got it, but just just a little bit, and then enough. I don't know why. I love low rates as well. For me, it's old production, but it's quite interesting in terms of character, in terms of technique, and maybe we will have it this season. Hopefully, if the situation in the world will be stable, like going better. I hope so. Everyone hopes, but we're waiting, and we have a plan. The allow rents in September again, so we'll see what will happen.
So you have a kind of some ability to dream and then it comes true. I mean, so maybe
Yes.
let's make another dream. I mean, what could be your role that you want to dance the most in the future? Something that you didn't dance and you are looking forward to.
It's not a classical repertoire exactly,
Because you dance everything in the classics.
because I think I had almost everything. But I had an experience when I was dancing a choreography, outdoors choreography. What was made special for me? I was a participant of the premiere, and that was a special experience. And of course, when you are dancing a choreography which made for you specially, you feel everything because 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 it's for you, it's for your body, it's for your soul, because the choreographer knows you well. And yeah, that that's for now it's my favorite, I think, way. But anyway, I would love to dance more and classical and modern and everything. Just dance while I can do it, and just enjoying every show. Doesn't matter what it is. For now, it doesn't matter. Early, it was like a dream of this role, dream, this role, dream. But now, just everything is fine. Just let me chance to do it. stop, just stop the quarantine and all this stuff, and let's work again. And now
Uh,
I'm thinking about that, just about the stage again, about tours, about how
now
to.
it doesn't matter which role it is. I just want to dance, right?
Yeah.
Just give me the stage, and I hope that it will be soon. Like we get some positive news, I think, international news about, I mean, in general, maybe the scientists can find vaccines and maybe stronger medical treatment, and eventually you can be on the stage soon. Yeah.
I hope so.
We talk about all the roles. My next question is about your preference between classical and contemporary modern pieces. I think you are great in everything, but artistically, do you prefer like one to another?
I don't know actually, but you know what I can say? Uh, for me, more important is what I'm dancing about. So it doesn't matter classical ballet, classical choreography. Is it Petipa or is it someone else or is it Radu Poklitaro, for example? Yeah, it's absolutely different. But for me, it's important what's inside the story, the character. That's my main interest because on stage we have the opportunity to live some different life, to be in fairy tale or some, I don't know, tragedy or drama, or be funny or be whatever. We cannot what we cannot use in our real life. For me, that's that's the most interesting point. This magic of character. So it doesn't matter the language or body in general. I have an experience, for example, in Bolshoi Ballet production. I just told just about Radu Poklitaro. It's a choreographer from Kiev, from Ukraine, and his production is absolutely modern. It's not classical, not neoclassical. So, and I had experience in Bolshoi theater. We had a Gamlet production, the special production. It was absolutely modern piece, and we were working with dramatic. How to say in English? The person who is working in drama theater. So he explained us everything in terms of psychology, and he's a big specialist by the William Shakespeare. His name is Declan Donovan. He's from England, and we were working together. That was, for me, it was an absolutely special experience because it was like a choreographic drama, something like that. And you know, it was not a ballet almost, but I loved it really because the story. I played Ophelia, and it a lot of different colors, you know, in this role, and it was stressful every time for me. But that was I was that what I was talking about. It's a story, the main idea, what we want, what we want to tell to the audience, the emotions, feelings, etc. So
Right. So now let's come back to more fun stuff like traveling, international tours, guest artists. So you are very much like sought artists like around the world. I think impresarios love you very much. So like you've been to quite many places. Like can you like tell us about your experience, the countries that you visited, the roles that you dance? And in terms of like tourism, like what was your like favorite destination?
yeah, that's honestly my favorite way of life. I think this traveling, touring, being with a luggage every day, because yeah, and that was by the way, it was in China as well, the big international some kind of festival. It was a gala with Svetlana Zakharova. She's here, Ivan Vasilyev, Denis Rodkin, Alisa Novikova, and people from Mariinsky and Bolshoi Stars. And I took a part as well. Thank you so much for this opportunity. So I had a lot of touring, like with a gala and with the whole productions. I said already. It was a gala concert organized by Andriy Slepa. And we were dancing the Flame of the Paris Pas de Deux with Young with Joy. He's working in Head National Ballet. That's a good memories as well. And this is China again. And I was talking about that also. That was the first Don Quixote production in China. And I was surprised to see this so big picture of me on the street. That was funny, interesting. It's the most popular ballet in the world, the Swan Lake, and I'm in the role of Odette here. It was in Ireland or Singapore, as I can remember. So actually, I counted recently. For now, I visited. It's something about 33 countries. Now I feel like it's not too much, like it's nothing, because now I want to do more and more and more and more. I visited more and see more, but actually 33 countries, it's enough. It's quite good picture.
Of course.
So, and there were countries, exotic countries, like India, North Korea, Morocco, Libya, and this is Australia. And that's what I want to say. Australia was it was a huge impression. I don't know. For me, it's country which everyone have to visit, because it was something absolutely different for me. Because before this, I was almost everywhere in Europe, in Asian countries, but Australia, look at this, it's just amazing. It's nature like nowhere in the world. It's this ocean, these mountains, the animals, the plants like no, it's like a fairy tale forest with the trees by few thousand years old. It was something like I'm in the different planet at all. So for me, and I cannot say that I love the cities, city like city, but just it's different mentality again, and that's it. But the nature around, closer to the ocean road, countryside, it's absolutely amazing. And people there in the countryside, Australian countryside, is absolutely amazing. There is surfing, riding these farms. So I was so impressed. And I know it's far. It's really far. And if it was not a tour, I don't know if I would see one day this country or not. But if you have a chance to go there, just go there, because everyone must see this nature, just the real nature. It's about that. Yeah. And that's my recommendation.
So my impression about you is like maybe you are not too nervous when you go on the stage, like everything becomes automatic, or do you have some special like rituals that you do before coming on stage? Some superstitions?
No, I don't have nothing special. But if I'm nervous or not, it depends on the stage. When I'm somewhere in tour, even if it's a huge audience around me, uh, I'm not nervous, never. But I remember, like, when I was performing in Bolshoi, I was like really scared every time. I don't know. Maybe it's something inside my brain, because you feel this feeling like you was dreaming about that all your life, and finally you are on the stage and just don't sorry. And sometimes I did something worse than I can because of this nervous feeling. But yeah, said it depends on place where are you performing on, maybe not on the place, that just on your inner calmness. So it not depends on special rituals or something like that. But I can say that after quarantine I became more calm. I don't know.
Calm?
Yeah. So we'll
Yeah.
see next performance how it will
I
go.
mean, you said that like you were born like as a dancer, like from your mother. So my question is, like, what would you do if you were not like a ballet dancer? Like, what are your hobbies? Like, what else like could you have done if it wasn't ballet?
That's a good question, especially during this last 4 months, during this quarantine. I was thinking about that a lot. I was thinking that what if we will never get back on the stage? But who knows? Who knows? Who knew what we will get? And I was thinking maybe here, maybe I will try this profession, maybe this, maybe I have to start studying. University, something new, and it sounds good. But one moment I understood that no, already no, because the theater, if it's not the stage, even the theater, it's already my life, the whole my life. It's all inside myself. I I cannot just leave it, you know. And so actually, I was studying in the university, like a ballet teacher, ballet coach, kind of. And was my graduation year. And during this quarantine hall, I was writing my diploma, graduating, and yeah, we graduated online in this Zoom application. That was quite weird, but now I think that I want to teach someone, because I had so good experience already that I wanted to give someone something, some piece of this experience. So I think that's my way in the future. I will try, maybe the ballet school, maybe it's gonna be work with the ballet dancers. So I have something to say to the next generation. I hope, I think, I'm sure that I have it. Yeah.
Like I'm sure that you would be an amazing teacher, like with this great experience. And like I want to talk to you about the quarantine, like in terms of your ballet classes and like what's happening in Hungarian National Opera House. So did you have like online classes? Is there any news like when the opera will open up? Like how are your days in the last 4 months?
So it's not exactly the news, but now we're starting to work little by little. First 2 weeks, we started like in just classes in the small group by 8-10 people in class, just little by little, step by step. Then next week we started doing class all together, like the whole company. And now we started to rehearsing a little bit. But they have a plan for the season, of course, but they cannot announce it still because we're waiting for the government decision next week if we can do it or not. It depends on the whole situation, but hope, everybody hope, because we miss the stage, we miss everything. Yes, during the quarantine, Opera House have some online classes as well, like all companies, I think, in the world. But what about me? The first month was absolutely stressful. That was awful. That was the most crazy period in my life, because when it stopped, when the world stopped, me, the person who is always moving, always with luggage, always in plane or in stage or in studio, or always keep going, and just what's going on? what what I can do? Just sitting at home and that's it. I didn't know what is it? What is it at all? I never did it. I almost 10 years I didn't stop. Like I'm working, dancing, traveling every day, and that was the way how I live. But now the first months I couldn't do anything. Online classes, I didn't know what is this online classes, how could it be online, what to do, what's going on. But after I discovered this absolutely great opportunity that I can do the class with the teachers in different countries, with the teachers who I love, but I cannot always, visit them and doing class with them. Like, for example, I love Yannick Bokin classes. It's a famous ballet teacher, freelancer. Yeah, and I joined to his classes a few times, and it was full about 100 people in the online studio, and that was great. And I was
Vladimir
doing
Malakhov, like have you seen his classes?
yes, Malachov and different ballet masters, amazing, and you can join from your home, from your studio if you have, yeah. And just it was a great opportunity, really, and that was a plus. It's a big plus of the quarantine that now we can use it. Maybe, yeah, that's a good point of this of the whole story, online story.
And I think many people, including me, we had some free time, like for like maybe having some inner peace, some reflection, and maybe also reading books, like watching Netflix, etc. So, for example, like I recently finished reading the brothers Karamazov.
Oh,
So I
really?
am, I am looking forward to like coming to Budapest and like watch the ballet. Hopefully.
Oh, great.
For you, what was the last book that you read, and any Netflix movies or TV series?
Yeah, about books, as I said already, I was studying in university. And even last 4 months, I had an exams and writing my diploma. So all my books were about art, psychology, about ballet. It was a lot of information, and if I just switch on the TV, I wanted to just relax my brain. That was a period. That was also not a period in my life, but yeah, it was like that during the quarantine. It was like that. But before, I used this great opportunity of Netflix that you can see all TV shows, all movies, or films with subtitles. And I started to learn English because maybe 1 year ago, 1 year ago, I didn't talk English at all, and I started to learn it by in this way, by watching TV shows, movies, etc., with subtitles, with translation. So it helps. Really, it works. So
You are
I
doing great, by the way.
not perfect at all, but I can talk somehow. Yeah, now, and it's because of Netflix as well. Also, yeah.
Yeah. Talking about the future plans, I mean, we want you to dance on the stage for a long, long time, and I'm sure that this will happen. Your youth and energy, we will see you on the stages. So, and I think you are interested in teaching in the future. Like, do you have? Can you talk about your plans other than teaching, or like more about teaching, like teaching plans?
Yeah, of course. It's interesting. It's new area like me, but I had some experience already with children, and I didn't expect that I can love it, but I really like it. It's really interesting. Yeah, it's my course in Russian Academy of Theatrical Art that I just graduated. Yeah, it's all these girls are ballet teachers now, so everyone has something special on his way, her way. Yeah, so yeah, and sorry, and yeah, that's I have some girls who I'm working with now. And now, during the quarantine, I was starting to give online classes as well. It was so a bit weird for me first time, but now it's okay. I think it could take place, so it works. I can see the result. So yeah, but of course, teaching. I cannot do it all my time now because of my first work. So if my dream maybe it's to create my own ballet school. It's it's not a dream; it's a plan actually. And I'm thinking about that. I'm counting, and yes, so it's very serious thing. But now I cannot give all my energy, for this because I'm working still in the theater, and I would love to dance, of course, more and more still. But it's a plan, and I hope that it will happen one day, maybe in Budapest, maybe somewhere else. We will see. But I would love to.
Yeah,
I would love.
so I think for being a teacher, like you have to have like some qualities, like maybe you should be patient,
Yeah,
right? And maybe I think another thing is you need to enjoy if a student improves herself, right?
yeah,
So not all the great artists would like to become teachers, and I think it is remarkable that you have that talent as a teacher.
Exactly. You have to explain. It's not the same like to dance, you know. And this is interesting point because the dancers who have great opportunities for dance in general, like good stretching, I don't know, good lines, whatever. Sometimes they could not explain how to do this or this movement, how to find the right pose or make it more beautiful, you know. But when you're, for me, a very good example is Asaf Misrer, for example. It's a Russian great teacher from the Bolshoi Ballet. He was a he gave classes in Bolshoi, and all artists love them so much. So he came into ballet when he was 16 years old. It's late. It's too late. It's almost impossible. But he wanted too much. It was a huge passion. I don't know. And he was staying in studio alone every day. And he was working with himself with a mirror. And he was trying different technique, different pose, like everything, how his body works. And after that, he was trying to do it with children, with artists, like how it works with them. And he became a great teacher, great, because he found everything like body works. I think it's important for the teacher. It's the most important thing to realize how it works and why. So yeah, it's not about your abilities, about your how you looks like. So yeah, it's a bit different thing about your body, muscles, etc.
Do you watch ballet from the audience side, like when you are not dancing? And the follow-up question is, if we ever come to Budapest to watch a ballet in Hungarian State Opera House, which one should we watch? Like, can you name some classical and some contemporary production for us?
So of course I'm watching. But it depends on a few things. It depends on production, firstly. Uh, is it something interesting? Is it something new for me? Of course, I would love to see something, something new. For example, I don't know, wherever actually. But if it's classical ballet, it depends on cast. It depends on cast. If I know who is dancing today, uh, I can choose if I want to see it or not. If it's a really good cast, but actually it doesn't matter. Is it really good cast or not? You like a dancer, you can recognize is it good or bad. You know the idea. So we have to see. We have to see from the audience side, from the audience side as well, how it looks like, how the poses looks like, how the playing looks like, what we can change and can we change or not. So I think all dancers have to look sometimes on the audience side. And uh, also we had a practice like 31st century, and we have video. And this also a good way to work with yourself. So all performances are recording. And if you want to look at you and recognize and improve something in in your dance, yeah, you can just see a video, and it also works. Just look at you from the audience side. It's also very useful. Uh, so what about our company, Hungarian National Ballet, and our repertoire? Hopefully the borders will open soon, and I would love to invite everyone to visit the beautiful city Budapest. Firstly, because it's something amazing and really romantic and a great city, and our company have a quite interesting repertoire. And if you come into classical ballet, for example, next season we have a plan to dance Swan Lake, The Flame of Paris, Laurentia, Chroma by McGregor, Balanchine's production, Foresight production, Ekman production, Nutcracker, and a lot of interesting performances. And all of them are really interesting because I proud my company actually. It's interesting experience, and the company is international. We have artists from all the world, from Brazil, from Korea, from Japan, from Russia, from Ukraine, from Hungary, from I don't know. And you see so different dancers on the stage. They go together. Mm, yeah, unfortunately, the historical building of Opera House, it's an Hungarian Opera House, is still closed for reconstruction. Still, but next year we're waiting the reopening. They promise, and I hope we will perform next season in this beautiful golden area. And I'm happy to invite everyone who wants to visit.
So one of the motivation for me to do this interview is to get invitations. So I, I already have like many invitations. So I am looking forward to this pandemic to end so that I can visit all of these beautiful theaters. And I also extend invitation to Istanbul, Turkey. That's our base. So hopefully we will see you in a beautiful project, maybe gala in the future, and host you in Turkey as well.
Hopeful.
Maybe we
Because
can also become one of your favorite destinations.
I love Istanbul actually. I was there once. Yeah, it's a magic city. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
As usual. Yeah, but yeah, Istanbul.
So we hope to see you in Istanbul again soon. And coming to the end of our interview, so you have a fantastic career, and also maybe in the beginning some ups and downs, right? So can you give some advice to younger dancers, because I think they can draw a lot of lessons from your career.
Yes, I can. Never give up, guys. Really, I think it's like a slogan of my life. Never give up. Doesn't matter what's going on. Just keep going. If you have a dream, if you have a target, if you love your profession, keep going and don't give up. Never. That's it. That's a secret. I think that's the main point.
It was our great pleasure, like having you today in our podcast. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. It was so nice to be here. Thank you.
I wish you like good evening, and hope to see you soon.
See you. Good evening.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.